My name is William Sightler. I work at the Arbors, Shelburne. I'm a caregiver. Caregiving is a way to treat other people, and it's just a way of life. Coming here when I was young and seeing all of the residents' faces light up when they saw me, and it made me feel good. And from a young age, I understood that it's really important work to do.
Will has this quiet presence, which is so important for residents who have cognitive issues. And he's someone that we frequently have staff do their shadow days and their orientation days with. He just exemplifies what we want in our associates. He makes people feel safe. He makes the residents feel safe. Families, when they leave, feel like they're leaving their loved one with someone who's safe. Jack had a lot of delusions and really scary ones. Will was someone he completely trusted.
My husband, Jack, was diagnosed when he was 83 years old with Lewy body dementia. Having him here was not what our dream was, but in its own way, it was a dream come true because he could be in the condition he was in and be so well cared for. And Will made all the difference. I just took a deep breath of relief when I met him because I thought, oh, you really can have a place like the Arbors, and the caregivers not only take care of them, but they give so much of themselves. And Will was perfect that way.
My most distinct memory about Will and Tad's case is really a special one. Very young to be at the Arbors. He had a child still in high school, a child in college, and a wife who was struggling trying to manage all of that. Tad was on hospice and just talking about, things that he still wanted to do. And one of the things he wanted to do was see the ocean again. And so we were working to get him to the ocean one more time. And when we were talking about who should go with Tad, it was immediate from his wife, AJ, we want Will. Will is like another son to him. He loves him and he trusts him.
Will, he's the definition of a compassionate caregiver. He looks people in the eye. He is respectful and kind. This is just a really good example of the sort of relationship they had. Will, he's on vacation, picks up a shell and brought this back for Tad. Will knew him and knew him well. He would definitely advocate for my husband. So supportive and kind to me and to my boys and to anybody who came to visit. Will helped make a very, very difficult time a little bit easier.
As a caregiver, I would say Will has more patience than anyone I know, which is so important in memory care. His grandfather had dementia. He was very young, I know. I don't know exactly what age, but he went to a museum with his family and they couldn't find his grandfather and everybody was very worried. Will found him, held his hand, and his family wanted him to come and enjoy the exhibit, and he was like, no. Even when he didn't know any better as a child. He's just always naturally been that way. He does treat the residents and their families really well, as if they are family.
I think a lot of it comes back to how I wish I could have helped my grandpa more when I was younger, and now that I'm older and I have more means to help and the ability to, it's what I want to do. Being a part of this nomination makes me very excited. I feel honored that I can shine light on our beautiful community and talk about the people that have changed my life.
My name is Maura Nemer. I'm the program director for assisted living at Meadow Ridge. I love my job because there was just something very special about memory care, and the foot we're putting forward in front of the family is the foot that we put with the residents. We put them first all the time. Their safety comes first, their care comes first, finding their joy comes first. That has to be our benchmark, our baseline.
My first impression of Maura was that no one could be this sweet. No one could be this wonderful. And after a period of time, you learn that she's exactly who she appears to be. With every resident, individually, she's present. She's present in the moment, and she's present with that individual. Never rushed, always taking the time. She is meeting people where they are.
Mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's really, I think, in about 2013 when they were living in Florida. So their prior facilities in Florida where all they did was sit in a room basically and somebody came in and gave them pills. First impression of Meadow Ridge is you can't help but be impressed. When we visited the memory care unit, I remember seeing Maura and she had everybody participating. Walking in there and seeing the energy that Maura and the team had with their residents, that was really my first memory of, hey, this place is a little different. My father made the decision that he was always gonna room with Mom wherever Mom was. If he wasn't with her, he would never be confident what type of care she was getting.
You knew when you met Jerry that he would stand between hell and earth for Carol. And we don't normally get couples, so we have this family member who's living with us every day and seeing, you know, this is the foot that we're putting forward. This is the care that we're gonna be giving. Jerry being there was a huge comfort. When Jerry passed, we lost a member of our community, so our community changed. Carol would go where Jerry went, so our approach with Carol changed.
It was a delicate and difficult time for Carol, and I think all of the associates were aware of it. You know, most especially I think Maura was, and knew that it would be all too easy for Carol just to retreat into herself, and Maura found a way to get her out, to get her engaged, and to give her real meaning again in her life.
Maura, she quickly built up, you know, the trust and confidence we had in her. Here's somebody that is taking care of my mom at a level I could never imagine, I didn't think was possible. My mom never wanted to get her nails or hair done. She said, hey, your son Tad gave you a birthday card and it's a gift card. And so Mom like, well, okay, then let's go do that. Somebody needs help making a puzzle, somebody needs help playing bingo, Carol stands right up. But if you said, let's go play bingo, she wouldn't move. I do not think at all anymore about is Mom being taken care of properly. When I come over to visit, it's only to enjoy my mom.
Maura takes a very unique approach to the care that she gives in our memory care neighborhood. She doesn't look upon a diagnosis of Alzheimer's or any type of cognitive impairment as something that diminishes that person. This is something that they have. This is something that they're living with. And Maura really believes that she can have them live the best life that they can.
My Nana had dementia. Her husband was a World War II vet. My grandfather, I think, was noticing changes in my Nana and did not want other people to know, didn't want other people to worry. And his claustrophobia came out later in life. He kept her in their apartment and she didn't get a ton of exposure to the outside world when she started to decline. I think back on her face, yeah, I don't want anyone else to have that face of just fear. Yeah. So if we can take that and if I could say to her, like, okay, I'm gonna take your experience, now we're gonna make it better for all these people, I think she'd be so happy. Yeah, I think she'd be very happy.
Being the benchmark for Maura, it's every day, because it's who she is and it's how she lives. Who she is with our residents is who she is in life, a very gentle, caring, and compassionate soul.
My name is Jennifer Gordon and I work at Sturgis Ridge in Fairfield. I've been here from the opening. I saw my mom taking care of my grandma when I was much younger, and I always like to see how she go about taking care of her. And I really love caring for people. The hands-on care, that's a joy for me.
I have known Jennifer Gordon since the day I walked through the door here. She's pretty much the ideal. She's what we strive for. She just has a warmness, a kindness that you feel when you meet her. Jennifer truly lives our mission of transforming lives through human connection.
My mom came to Sturgis Ridge, moved in November of 2018. She was 91 when she got here, so she was already well into the aging process. But she remained fairly independent until the last hospitalizations and then returns, and each time she came back, she bounced back, but never to the point that she was before she went to the hospital.
In the beginning, we didn't really have a whole lot of interaction with Jennifer or any of the other RCAs until she really started to take on more responsibility with Mom. And I'm sure she treats everybody here the same as she did my mom, but she was a gift. We just knew that we could completely and fully trust her.
She had a softness, but a strength about her that we could just feel the love.
Alice was one of the first residents to move in. It was more than just a caregiver providing care to a resident. It was like family. She treated Alice like it was her own mother.
We were going through it the same way she was going through it, only we were able to be here and Jennifer was so far away from her own mom.
My mother and I used to talk like 4 or 5 times for the day. I was not close to my mom at the time because she was in Jamaica and I was here. That's when I lost my mom. And I really didn't say anything to Wendy at first when I came because they were going through, and then I have to take care of their mom too. So that really brought us very close, and she always wanted me to take care of her. Same compassion I want to take care of her, same compassion I want somebody who was down there taking care of my mom. When you're in that position, and to have somebody you move around from the start of your career at a building and then to see the stage of which they go down. They can't do anything, they can't communicate anymore with you. It's very hard to even comprehend.
She was really part of our family. She really was.
We knew it was like caring for her own mom, and how she honestly did it and kept it together. I don't know how she did it, but I can't be more grateful.
If it were me and it was the end of my mom's life, I would feel good knowing that she was taking care of her. Like, it just doesn't ever look like a chore. She just looks like she's walking these halls, doing what she does because she loves it.
And gives every resident the same kind of loving, gentle care.
It's something she doesn't try to do. Jennifer rises to the top of the top.
Jennifer is just so worthy of this award because she embodies what it means to be called to care.